since they last played. They'll face a Denver Nuggets team with all the momentum. Your first team in NBA history to come back from 2 3-1 deficits in the same playoffs. Here's LeBron heaping praise on the Denver Nuggets.
Very resilient, very confident, very driven, and a very well-coached team. And it takes a lot of energy, effort, and a lot of desperation to be able to come back from a 3-1 deficit. And they did it twice. And so the respect level is out of this world for what we have for this ball club. And that's how we'll go into this series, understanding what they're capable of and where they stand.
But I think the biggest question, aside from themes and plays and personnel, is are our guys satisfied? Hey, man, we just made playoff history. Down 3-1, down 3-1. We've gotten to the Western Conference Finals only the second time in franchise history. Natural. Take a breath. Come up for air. And the Lakers aren't coming up for air. They've been waiting. And I know LeBron, having been around him, they're going to come out and try to send a message tomorrow.
All right, Chris Broussard. Yeah, I mean, the Denver Nuggets have had sort of a fairy tale storybook ride through the playoffs. Does it all stop tonight against a Lakers team who are primed and ready for this game?
Well, we have to understand this. LeBron has lost game 1 in his last 4 playoff series, and actually 6 of his last 7 playoff series. They've come back to win 4 of those, basically everybody except Golden State. And so if the Lakers somehow lose tonight, no one should panic. No one should pencil in Denver for the NBA Finals, because this has kind of been par for the course for LeBron James in the playoffs lately. All that said, though, I expect the Lakers to come out and win game 1. This is a different situation for them. With Portland, there was going to be a feeling out process in game 1 because Portland got healthy in the bubble. So they were an entirely different team from what you saw in the regular season. Houston, because of their small ball, they were very unique. So, of course, you're going to feel them out in game 1. Tonight, there's really nothing to feel out. The Lakers know what Denver is. And to be honest, Denver is somewhat tailor-made for the Lakers. They don't have rim protection. LeBron lives at the rim. They don't have other things that the Lakers want to counter. So I just think that this team is built for the Lakers to beat. They got no one to stop LeBron James, and the Lakers' perimeter defense has been good. They can get on Jamal Murray. So I think this is very well set up with the Lakers' size to guard Jokic for the Lakers to come out and win the night and take control early in this series.
So we are in a very rare place because for the Denver Nuggets, they are in the almost unprecedented must-win game 1. We talked about it last round. LeBron, unbelievably, 12-8 in his career when losing the first game of a series. What's maybe more important, LeBron 25-2 when going up 1-0 in a playoff series. The last time a LeBron James team led 1-0 in a series and lost the series was the 2011 Finals, the only blight on his resume that's now going 17 years strong. And I agree with Broussard that, listen, nobody's been higher on the Nuggets from the start of the bubble to right now than me. But this is a brutal matchup. First of all, LeBron will not do the favor for the Nuggets that Kawhi repeatedly did, which is stop drives at 12 feet. He will go to the rim and either finish at the rim or get Jokic in foul trouble. What the Nuggets cannot handle is Jokic in foul trouble. And the offense that was unguardable through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, the Jokic-Murray high pick and roll, the one team in the whole league best equipped to guard it is the Lakers. Because you won't have LeBron guarding Murray for most of the game, but if it's close late, you'll put LeBron on Jamal Murray, Anthony Davis on Nikola Jokic, and what are you going to do on that high screen and roll? The Lakers can switch it, and LeBron is strong enough to deal with Jokic, or they can fight through it, then go over, then go under. Because of the length and the strength, it just is a bit of a kryptonite for what has been the Nuggets' not secret weapon, but their best weapon. So I think the Nuggets, Brandon, absolutely have to win tonight. And their best chance of winning is if it is one of those feel-out games for LeBron where he's just trying to get other people involved and kind of trying to figure out what the opposition is doing. If he's in attack mode, I don't see how the Nuggets can win tonight.
Well, you heard Coach Malone. I love his transparency. You know, this was a guy that was with LeBron for 5 years. The first finals that LeBron went to, who was on the bench with him was Malone. So if anybody knows LeBron, Coach knows him. I think, you know, if I'm in that Nuggets locker room, you know, I'm looking at it like, well, I'm playing with house money. You know, this is my opportunity to really to show the world that I'm a great player, that we're a great team. You know, I love being an underdog. When I was playing ball, I love going into Indianapolis Colts playing against Peyton Manning and going to Foxborough playing against Tom Brady because I knew that there was going to be everyone watching this game and covering this game, and by watching them, they were going to see me. So if I'm in that locker room, I'm like, you know what, this is my opportunity. But I do believe it starts with Jokic. When you look at the regular season and how it played out, like the Lakers, they absolutely own Jokic. And if you want to talk about being a superstar and you want to talk about really making a name for yourself, there's no bigger moment. You're in a bubble in the middle of a global pandemic. You're playing against LeBron James, the king. Now it's time to do it. What you did in the regular season wasn't good enough, and it won't be effective now. You know, they won 3 out of 4, and they absolutely dominated Jokic in the paint. You know, they have 4 guys that can guard Jokic on any given play. McGee, Howard, AD, and you can even throw LeBron in there. So, I would love to be in the Nuggets locker room right now, Wilds. You know, this is where superstars got to really stand up. And if you're not a superstar and you don't have that status, make a name for yourself in this moment.
Here's a take, Nick. I don't care about your 25-2 stat. Don't care at all. I barely care about the coming back from 3-1. All of these things are on home court, and you steal games away, or you keep home court. It all goes out the window. So I think it's hard to analyze this game since you're in the bubble and neutralized. And I know it's kind of like boring to talk about the bubble and boring to talk about home court advantage, but that's what it is. That's the only reason the Nuggets have come back 3-1. Oh, they're gritty, and it's like the emergence. Like, no, man, they just didn't have to win games on the road. And I know it's like an unpopular thing, and it's like, oh, we're having all this analysis of why it's just saying it's home court advantage. Well, here's the problem. It is. It's just home court advantage. You didn't see some historical great moment. There was a huge variable that led to the Nuggets' success, and that's what happened. I'm sorry. I know he's 25-2 at home. When he wins game 1, it doesn't matter. He's not at home. If they lose game 1, they're fine. It's a neutral environment. It doesn't matter. So I'm like frustrated by it all of a sudden.
I think you were frustrated by the badness of your own take. The Jokic point, let me just give Jokic credit, Jenna, quickly. In his playoff career, which is now 28 games, 25, 12, and 7, and 40% from 3. He has proven, a guy who the big question with him, Jenna, was how would he hold up in the playoffs, has proven to be one of the most reliable playoff performers we have in this league, and just played a 7-game series against Kawhi where he was clearly the best player on the court. So I do want to give Nikola Jokic some credit for what he's done last series and throughout his postseason career.
In the offseason.
Yeah, got in shape.
Got his body in shape. That's what I always say. Let's talk some Game 2 out east. Miami and Boston. The Heat found themselves in the same position as Game 1, down at least 14 in the second half. And like they did in Game 1, they rallied to win. After the game, a lot of finger-pointing in Boston's locker room. Reports that Marcus Smart exploded at his teammates. But here's Jaylen Brown on the emotional post-game scene.
You know, he plays with passion. He's full of fire. And that's what I love about him most, to be honest. You know, he has that desire and that will, and we need him to continue to have that. You know, it's ups and downs with families all the time, but, you know, we embrace each other for who we are. And who Marcus is, I love him for it. So we got to get ready to come back, take that same fire, and add it to Game 3.
All right, Broussard, let me start with you. Marcus Smart exploding in the locker room. Is it something or nothing?
Well, it's something, but I don't think it has to be something negative. One, he's going to see these comments from his teammates, and they all were, positive. I mean, Jaylen Brown's a